Hello guys, welcome back to Reaper's Candle, and today I'm doing another tarot reading after I believe 2 weeks. So thank you to all of my new subscribers. We are up to 194 guys, so almost to 200. And shukr alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, even though I'm not doing future readings anymore. So it's good to see that you guys are kind of still interested in readings, even if they aren't related to the future, and you're interested in the hobby type of entertainment type of tarot readings. I would also like to send a shout out to Spiritual Student, who is one of the new public subscribers, and Raj Kaur as well. All right, thank you guys for joining. And today, let's see what I want to do it on. I do have the decks out, and I've chosen these rings as totems for you guys to sync up with and select the pile based on. I'm also going to be using the Children of Letha deck just to get cards that represent you as a person or as a personality and your character. And then we'll take a look at what these specific decks say about the question for today. So today's question will be, what physical makeover should I do? Okay, so basically you're just asking, is there anything that I need to change about me physically that'll just add more happiness and more fulfillment to my life? I'm not saying that physical beauty is gonna make you feel more happier or more fulfilled somehow, but when you have a makeover, you have this renewal of energy and spirit. So that's what I'm basically trying to get at. So is there anything that you guys even need to do? And if there is, what would be kind of a good thing to change about your physical appearance that would re-inspire your spirit? Okay? So take a moment to focus yourselves, meditate a little bit, and then I am going to shuffle the piles, and then you guys can select it. Just keep on thinking about that question and trying to bring yourself into a more centered position for now. Okay guys, so I have shuffled the decks and I've gotten out personality cards for each of the piles. So this one belongs to this pile, this one belongs to this pile, and that one belongs to that pile. So now I just want you guys to focus in on the question. Is there anything that I need to change about my physical appearance or add to my physical appearance to bring in more positivity into my life and character? And if there is, what is it? And then once you have asked that question to yourself, just take a moment to find the pile that resonates with you the most. Go ahead. Alright guys, so now that you guys have picked your pile, I'm just going to go ahead and take each pile separately and read them. Now, the other thing that I will do is that I'm going to take the bottom of the Children of Letha deck that I used to pull out your personality cards all at the same time, and just kind of use this Knight of Swords as a collective of everyone that's watching today, what their kind of personality trait is. Or I guess you could say my collective audience's characteristic traits, okay? And we'll also read them together with your personality traits as well, just to make sure that we're getting a more accurate and detailed representation of you. Okay, so let's get started with pile 1 over here, then pile 2, and then pile 3. Okay guys, so just reading for the collective audience, this is the Knight of Swords that represents everyone that's watching, basically. So, Knight of Swords, I'm focusing more on the thigh area over here. And you can see it's kind of stressed and tense, but it looks strong, right? It's due to muscular endurance and stamina. That's why it is tense. It's being used. And it's strong and sturdy. And I feel that that's what you guys are like. You guys are very... You guys stand very strong in your way of life and your beliefs. And you guys are also very active in making things happen. So once you set your mind to it, you guys just go for it, whether it takes time or not. But you guys continuously and consistently are active towards achieving that goal. And you do not budge from that goal until you have accomplished it. As well, you don't use other people's methods or try to manipulate your own principles or values to reach that goal. You want to reach it on your own, with your own rules and at your own pace, okay? And that is basically just the collective audience's characteristic trait, which is a really good thing to have. And I think that might be because I feel like collective audience traits match with the reader somewhat. And I myself am like this. I'm actually on a journey right now to accomplish a very long-term goal, but I'm going to do it my way, not going to compromise on my principles or values, which is a good thing because that shows that you have responsibility, accountability, self-knowing, and also you have integrity and discipline. Okay? So now moving on to the personality traits of pile 1 themselves. So first of all, you guys picked this ring, okay? And I'm just going to say right off the bat, this basically shows me that you guys are very, like, special, but you guys tend to hide away from the crowd and tend to hide your uniqueness under the guise of shyness or reservedness in some way, okay? So it seems almost like you know you're a gem, but you don't want to show it off. You're very humble about it. And I think this could also be like a protective mechanism because you have this very clear and honest, almost childlike way of thinking. You may be protecting yourself and you don't want other people to take advantage of your beauty and your specialness, okay? And this 5 of Wands in reverse, I'm focusing in on this tiger here rather than this one. And I feel like they're just playfully trying to get along. But it also feels like, again, that this tiger is a little bit shocked or is trying to protect themselves even though they know it's not a serious situation. They're still in that sort of protective and shocked mode, like, what is happening right now? Even though they don't sense any danger. So this is just reiterating the ring's personality traits that were coming out, that you guys tend to think a lot more than you display, and your thoughts are very like hidden on the inside. And sometimes it can come to you as a shock when people approach you or interact with you, and whatever actions they're doing, you kind of put up your guard. And you can see that with the 5 of Wands kind of like forming like a fence around these two tigers, right? And it almost feels like this tiger has kind of encroached on this tiger's space. And this tiger is shocked and is not understanding what's going on. Like, how could this tiger come in even though you have this fence built up, right? So let's get into what the answer to the question is, whether you should, change anything about your physical appearance to bring in more positivity into your life and your character. And if there is, then, what is it? I also want to say, just before we get into that, you can notice both of these cards, they're kind of mirroring each other. These have 2 tigers with the wands over there, And this is what is it? This is a knight fighting some sort of griffin. Yeah, I think that's a griffin. It's a knight fighting a griffin. And it is a sword. So swords and wands are pretty much the same thing. They just operate on different planes. Wands is more activity in like your way of thinking, and swords is more activity in your physical reality. So they're mirroring each other quite a lot. And then the knight is often like a jack, which is 10 in a game of cards or in a deck of cards, and 5 is half of that. So again, mirroring. And then you've got two people kind of fighting or kind of going up against each other. In one, it's much more aggressive and one-sided, whereas in the other one, it's kind of it's a very casual aggression, and not anything serious or anything violent. But this person is reacting to it as if like they're not used to it or they don't understand what's going on. Over here, the message is quite clear. So just to connect these two cards, it seems like you guys are very good at protecting yourself, and that comes through in your actions. So even though you realize that the situation is not dire or dangerous, you still tend to protect yourself as if it is. Okay? So that's how these two cards are kind of connecting to each other. So now let's get into your physical appearance additions or changes. Okay, so pile 1, I pulled out your cards and you got 4 cards. I'm going to read them in a little bit, but just at the bottom of the card, I'm going to take that as your yes or no answer. And when I pull this card out, I heard a yes. There is something that you need to change about your physical appearance, but it's not the actual physical appearance, but more so your energy or your personality and the character that you kind of represent when you're out in public. So, and again, with the lion being here and the tiger being, the orange tiger being in reverse, it is again reiterating that message that you kind of need to be more confident and strong on the outside and not be so demure and shocked and reserved and trying to hide your true strength and confidence basically in yourself. Okay, so you guys got the that is the 9 of coins in reverse, the Queen of coins in reverse. Okay, and both of them are cuddling creatures. They're both in reverse though. And then you got the King of Cups in reverse and the King of Swords in upright position. And again, they are complementing each other with the purple and blue hues, and again with very mythical and legendary creatures here with the golden bird and the dragon. So the very first card that kind of drew me in was this King of Swords, and matching it with the King of Cups in reverse. The very first thing that you can do about changing your physical appearance is standing up with more confidence and facing the world head on. Okay? So you need to do something about your posture. Lift your chest up and try to imagine like a string is pulling your body upwards. And that's what I do sometimes to make it. And then just let your body and joints hang just by your head string. Okay? And the posture will correct itself. But you need to start standing up more confidently. And that will create a more strong aura around you. And it's going to show off that special confidence that you have. With the King of Cups, it's in reverse. I'm focusing in on this ball over here. And that's like almost like a mouth gag, right, for him. So I would suggest speaking and expressing yourself more confidently and more securely. Okay, don't try to shy away from conversations. Don't try to be silent when there is a conversation happening around you and you have information or you want to participate. Don't back away from those things. Try to participate and express and actually interact in this, again, confident manner, because we know that you have the brains and the words and the patient delivery of your speech, that it's going to make for an interesting conversation. And then with the Queen of Coins and the Nine of Coins coming in reverse, again, it's just saying be gentle towards yourself, but don't close yourself off from the world, basically. Okay? So, yes, you still need to protect yourself against some things in the world, but you need to be aware of what things you need to protect yourself from and what things you don't need to protect yourself from. There's a lot of things that you're just kind of protecting yourself against because you just think that's what you should be doing, but that's not the case. Protect yourself against dangerous things or things that don't make you feel right or uncomfortable, but where you feel comfortable and you know that you are confident in that situation, please do not, try to hide yourself or try to act as if the whole world is against you or is going to hurt you. Just be open to being open, okay? Try to be more expressive, try to be a little bit more soft-hearted and soft-spoken, soft in your character and expressions. And other than that, just be careful of dangerous situations, of course. Whatever feels wrong, feels wrong. You don't have to force yourself into it. But other than that, it's just expressing yourself in a more confident manner and in a more patient manner. Okay? So, nothing to change about your physical appearance, but just to express your inner confident personality and uniqueness on the outside by correcting your posture to gain that confidence and speaking your thoughts in a patient and gentle way. And then finally, trying not to be so protective and defensive of everything that you interact with. Okay. So, Pal 1, I hope you guys enjoyed your reading for today. I know this was a short one, but I'm doing the best I can. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading and it helps you kind of gain some insight on how you can add some more positivity in your life and character. And I hope you guys have a blessed, curious, and instinctual week. Bye, guys. Okay, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So you guys picked this pile over here with this ring. And right off the bat, I am getting a very royalty type of feel, like almost like a warrior queen. Think Queen Mary of Scots or Queen Elizabeth I. And it's very much giving me a regal and elegant, but at the same time very strong female persona. Okay? Now, I read the collective's characteristic traits here, which basically means that you guys are very strong in your principles and your values. And you guys, once you focus on a goal or where you want to go, what you want to do, you and the rest of today's audience will take their own way about getting there and not compromise on their principles or their rules for getting there, as well as take their time to get there. Okay? Now, comparing this with your specific personality card. In this card, I can see you got 4 of Wands, so we can see that you're a very protective person of your family. I don't think you care so much about what happens to you as much as you care more about what happens to the people that are around you in your community and close by to your heart and to your emotions. This could include family members. This could include friends and neighbors. So you are a very protective person. And rather than focusing on the male figure here, I'm focusing on the female figure. So again, it's that queen concept coming through. And like I said, the queen and the warrior. So this Knight of Swords is matching up with your 4 of Wands energy, where both of them are emulating this sort of fighter spirit. And one is more of kind of like a calm fighter spirit, just waiting for the moment to pounce. And the other one is already active in battle, but it almost feels like this card has been stilled. So it's almost like the card has been slowed down. And I think this is because of this patient energy that's coming through, this more so observant and preparing for the possibilities type of energy that's coming through. This female lioness looks very observant, and she looks like she's taking in every single detail and calculating it in her head for all the possible things that could possibly go wrong and how she should handle them or react to them if they do go that way. And at the end of the day, she's again concerned about protecting her pride, her family. So that is why she's paying attention to everything that's happening around her. And that doesn't bother her mentally. She just takes, and again, that relates back to the Four of Wands, because Wands is an active thinking energy. And basically, again, like an active energy like the swords, but instead of taking place in the physical realm, it takes place on the spiritual and thought realm, or plane, dimension, whatever you want to call it. And you can see that these four wands are kind of protecting this family, right? There's like a gate right here, and there's a back entrance right here, but all four of them are surrounding the family so that they are protected. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out your cards and see if there's anything that you guys need to change about your appearance to bring more positivity in your life and character, and if there is, what is it? All right, pile 2. So this is what came out into your pile. So number 1 is the 7 of Wands is the bottom of the deck card. And I'm using the bottom of the deck card as your yes or no to the question. So off the bat, you don't have to change anything about your physical appearance. And honestly, pile 1 was getting more of a physical change just in the way they carry themselves. But I'm not seeing anything about changing yourself. It seems as if you have already changed yourself quite a lot. And that internal change is leading to more of an acceptance on the external of yourself. And it's also kind of giving you a sort of glow and newfound confidence and comfortability in your skin and living your life and doing the things that you want and enjoy and getting to the goals that you want to get to. So, and the reason why I say there's nothing that you need to change about your appearance is because in the 7 of Wands, usually I focus in on these snake ones over here, but this time I focused on this glowing ember over here. And I honestly can't even take my eyes off of it. Like, even if I try to focus on something else in the picture, it just brings me back to that glowing ember. So you can see it's pretty strong, and that basically means that you don't need to change anything. And you can see, like, with the Queen of Wands, again, just in the background, like, she's completely powerful and owning herself and her beauty and her aesthetic and everything that's going on with her. And again, with the Six of Swords in reverse, no more thinking about what you need to do, what you shouldn't do. You're just doing it, and you feel comfortable doing the things that you do. And with the Death and the King of Cups in reverse, again, it's this idea that you've gone through already, so you don't have to go through one. And with the King of Cups coming out in reverse, it just iterates the idea that you're very strong emotionally. And the Death with the King of Cups means that you have gone through an internal change. So you've changed the way that you perceive things and think about things. It seems that you think more positively about even the most negative of situations or people or perspectives upon you. And you kind of don't take any BS about you. You know who you are, and you know where you are strong and where you are weak, what you need to work on and what you need to continue to follow through with. And you don't need other people's opinions or unconstructive feedback to let you know about that. You are very much independent of other people's opinions of you. And you can see that in both of these people's eyes. They're both very like not dead face, I would say, but very they have a very strong look about them, almost as if like this girl is definitely challenging someone. Like, don't even try to mess with me because you can't. I'm so like calmed down now that no matter what you say or what you do, I'm just gonna think that it's just gonna come back to you in the form of karma or whatever. Like, I don't need to say or do anything to you, and I'm just gonna walk away. And this guy is very patient with whatever's happening or whoever's talking to him. Like, I'm seeing someone arguing or someone like saying things to you, and this person is just kind of sitting there listening and observing this information, and then lets out a sigh of relief when the other person has let off their steam, and then just walks away, walks outside of the house for a walk or just to hang out with their friends or whatever. But they're gone. They're not even in this situation. And that's the kind of personality that you've developed. Someone that is so comfortable with themselves and the fact that they don't have to justify themselves to other people, and the fact that they are strong and they know who they are and what they want, they're very, that's impacting the way that they perceive and react to things, rather than being out of control and reacting emotionally because of that. Now you feel in control of yourself and your life, and because of that you react less emotionally and more logically, and you have more patience for the negativity or toxicity that you face. Yeah. So there's nothing that you guys need to change about your physical appearance, because you guys have already changed something about your internal self, which is showing up now on your outside self. And honestly, this strength is making you look more prettier. Because it literally adds a glow to your face. All right. Thanks, Pal Chu, for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it brought some insight into your life or confirmation about your growth journey. And I hope you guys have a blessed, wonderful, and curious, inquisitive week, as always. Bye, guys. Okay, welcome, Pile 3, to your reading. And you guys chose this ring right here. And just from the ring, we can see that you guys are maybe a bit crooked, not in a bad way, but in a very quirky way. I'm seeing like Pippi Longstockings, or the girl from the big comfy couch, or Agatha, Grandma Aggie, I think her name was, from Halloween Town. It's that type of like kooky old grandma, fun hippie type of explorative, silly energy that's coming off of you guys. But at the same time, you guys do have a sense of maturity and seriousness. And the reason that you guys are so silly is because you guys understand that taking life seriously is not the way. That's not a mature way of handling life or living life. And the true maturity is to go with the flow and really just understand the wisdom that comes along with life's challenges or life's ups and downs. And really just learn to manage them in the moment and then move on with life. And now, again, with the collective audience, I read this Knight of Swords card for everyone that's watching today. And again, it basically just meant that you guys go towards the goals that you have set for yourselves, and you do not compromise on your values and principles to get there. And you stay strong on that pathway no matter how long it takes, because you go at your own pace. Okay? So you have a vision and you will complete it no matter what, and in your own way. Now, matching this to these two cards for your specific personality traits, you got the Sun in reverse and the Queen of Swords in upright. And the funny thing is that both of these, although they're in reverse, both of these creatures are wearing, this woman and this, I think this is Anubis maybe, are both wearing golden robes, and they're both kind of manipulating very elegantly whatever they are holding. Okay, and you can see that in here too. You can see that he's playing with the ball and the thread, and she is playing with the knife and the phoenix, I believe that is. So we can see that you guys are, again, this is reiterating that idea of positivity and childish, like laughter and fun, and the way that you guys approach life is very much, we got to do this, or if we don't, like, it's not going to turn out great, but it's okay because I'll handle that as well. But I would love it if we could just do this. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. And with this Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is matching up with the Queen of Swords right here. So that's just a next step over. Whereas this Knight of Swords is a more aggressive energy, but because we're matching up with the Queen of Swords, who's a much more gently aggressive energy, it's not coming off as passive aggressive, but it's just that if she knows that this is the right thing to do, she will do it in a very gentle way so that the other thing or creature, whatever she's killing, doesn't feel hurt and doesn't know that it happened, you know? And I think that's also a mechanism that you guys may use as well, that you guys are very good at reading the environment and the situation and people, and you can adapt to it very quickly and then use those emotions and situations to get the goal that you want or need, without much awareness from others or any sort of hints of change in the environment or situation. And I believe this is because of this sun in reverse type of personality, that you guys are very knowledgeable, but you guys don't show an image of that. You guys show more of like a playful and childish image. Someone who's very impulsive, someone who's very aggressive without meaning to be, or without anyone expecting you to be aggressive. And they believe that you're like very childish and playful and not serious about life. But in fact, it's actually the opposite. You are childish and playful because you make serious things fun so that they can get done. Ooh, bars. And yeah, so that's basically your personality traits. So let me get into whether you guys should change your physical appearance or not to add more positivity in your life and character. And if you do need to change any physical things, then what are they? All right, piles 3. So these are your cards when I asked whether you guys should change something about your physical appearance to add more positivity in your life and character. And if yes, what is it? So the bottom of the deck card will be used as your yes or no answer. And you guys got the moon. And you can see that she's very relaxed and not worrying about anything in this almost like desert-like abandoned environment. Could be her home, but it seems like a crossroads type of pathway. But anyways, the point is that even though she's very relaxed over here, the thing that you guys need to change about your physical appearance is how you show your own emotions to others. Okay? So your relaxation over here can come off wrong to others or get perceived by others in a wrong way. And I think you need to learn how to manage those emotions so that you can stay relaxed, but people are able to tell that, you know, you are being serious or you're just relaxing, like you're not being childish about a situation or a person or something that happened. And yeah. So now moving on to the detailed analysis, you've got the Ace of Cups here. The Empress in reverse. And then you've got the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So, okay, so starting off with the Four of Pentacles here, you can see that this tree thing is grabbing onto this pentacle right here near its heart. So, the physical appearance change that you need to make is to actually show your heart a little bit more. And this is similar to pile 1, where I also told them that they have to express themselves and actually come out of their shell, because they are special and they are unique and they know that, but they just don't feel comfortable, or they don't want to come out of this reserved area. And the same thing is kind of for you, but it's more so out of stubbornness or a lack of willingness to kind of share your emotions, because you know how people are going to react to them, and it's not a good reaction. It's never something that's constructive or helpful to you. So that's why you guys are kind of holding on to your emotions and trying to let them go. And because it's a Four of Pentacles, I feel like you guys might be trying to let them go by gaining a career or establishing yourself as an independent person, so that you aren't succumbing off someone else's wealth and finances and still stating that you are independent. Okay? So this is just money is a mechanism for you to be able to protect yourself and keep your dignity and your esteem. But also, this pentacle represents all the emotions and the stories that you have inside of you that you're just kind of protecting from other people, because you just don't trust them, or you're stubborn that they won't be able to learn, whatever it is. And then moving on with the Empress in reverse. Okay, she said black hair. All right, so I don't know what that means. Black hair. I guess maybe it means like either going back to your natural hair color or dyeing your hair black for a little while, just to see what it feels like, and learning to accept yourself for yourself, rather than trying to, again, hide your emotions and your expressions, just like pile 1. And then finally with the Ace of Cups, again, you don't really need to change any physical appearances. The physical appearances are there, but it's more so taking care of yourself and your physical appearances, okay? So a lot of your physical appearance changes are to do with helping yourself, taking care of yourself, going back to your original roots maybe, and just enjoying life rather than trying to compete in ideological warfare, okay? Yeah. Okay, pile 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. If it didn't make sense, just leave a comment down in the comment box below, or hit the dislike button just to let me know if, that there was something wrong in the video, or something went wrong in the video. Yeah, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, inquisitive, and blessed week. Bye, guys.